We can't lose our position in this market. It's got too much potential.
The Far East loop is still expanding.
Maroni's got to stay on top of this one.
We could add another call in Shanghai.
Look into that, will you? I'll have accounting crunch the numbers.
Very good.
Thank you, Admiral.
I'll be in touch.
Okay, good.
Ridge, Brooke Logan called while you were in your meeting. She wants to see you.
When?
As soon as you're free. She'll meet you at home.
My place. Oh, no. She'll run into Mother.
Now you want to marry Ridge?
What I want is none of your business.
How would Captain Payne feel about this, hearing you talk this way? Or is he just part of the game?
There is no game, Stephanie.
Well, what do you call this endless tug of war between you and Ridge? I mean, it's... God, you're so predictable.
Oh, yeah. And yet you're so shocked by everything I do.
Shocked? No. Appalled, yes. You just seem to think that you can pick up a life with Ridge whenever you want.
Ridge happens to love me.
You just love being chased.
Not quite.
Well, isn't that what this is all about? Playing hard to get? You know, I'm on to you, and Ridge will be too.
You think I've made all this up?
Well, what does it matter? You just cry wolf and Ridge runs to the rescue, and then all of a sudden, all of the disappointments and all the mistakes are simply forgotten.
You're just jealous.
Of you?
You've never had a wonderful relationship, Stephanie. Not with Eric, not with your children.
Oh, Brooke. When are you gonna get it through that head of yours? A relationship with Ridge is not meant to be. It is not preordained. It is not predestined. It isn't fated. It's just a bad habit. And somebody's got to break it.
Chucky.
I'm out.
Come on,
Again?
Chuck. Not again. Chuck, don't go away, man. Just go away.
What do you do? I think I'm going to add to the little pot and maybe another little extra.
All right.
Really? Well,
Nick, I think you got a visitor there, pal.
I call.
Bridget.
Hello.
Hey, Chuck, little tequila. I think it's party time.
No.
You remember the boys, huh? Joey and Corky?
Hey,
I do. Of course, maybe you don't remember the guy behind the bar, do you?
Yeah, hi, Chuck. How are you?
A spot just opened up. Why don't you have a seat?
Well, it's very tempting, but no, actually, I just came by to talk to Nick. Do you have a minute?
Sure.
Okay.
I fold.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
I bet you do.
See ya.
Wouldn't you?
He still wins.
That was a pleasant surprise. What's on your mind?
Well, this is kind of uncomfortable, but I have to ask you something.
Okay, shoot.
How serious are you about my mother?
Bridget, I'm a big boy and your mother's a big girl. I understand that you're worried about your mother.
No, actually, Nick. I'm worried about you.
So you're worried about me?
Yeah, Nick, you have a lot going on in your life right now. I know. Your new job and your mother's accident.
finding out you were Massimo's son. I know my mom didn't take to that too well.
But it's all what it is. No, I like your mom a lot. In fact, I'm taking her out tomorrow night on a nice romantic little cruise for dinner out to Catalina Island.
I don't know what she's told you about her relationship with Ridge.
She told me pretty much everything I think I need to know.
Well, they've been going through a tough time lately. But I don't want you getting the wrong idea.
What idea is that?
She loves him, Nick. She's loved him most of her life. So, you feel close to her, right? You guys have a bond. It might not be as strong as you think.
You know, I am so tired of arguing about this same old thing with you, Stephanie. I am sick of it.
Well, there's an easy solution.
Oh, yes, there is.
Goodbye. You're closer to the door. You go. I'm not leaving.
Well, neither am I.
Good. Why don't you practice your sob story on me before Ridge gets home, or did you already try it out on Nick?
Oh, God, I don't need to hear this.
I thought you two were an item. I mean, isn't the damsel in distress usually how you snag these fellows?
I haven't snagged anybody.
Well, maybe you should, because obviously he's crazy about you. He'd have to be to put up with all this.
You just want me to get involved with anybody, Stephanie. Anybody else but Ridge.
Anybody but a member of my family. Or yours. Brooke, look. I think that you and Ridge are not together because you made a choice. Brooke, I think honestly, right here, you know it's time to move on.
Ridge.
Yeah, I got a message you needed me.
Yes, I do.
What's going on? Mother, would you excuse us?
Oh, no, Ridge.
Please? Don't worry, Logan. No matter what it is, we'll get through it together, okay?
There you go. Just put that on my tab.
Thanks. Nick, my mother likes you. A lot.
Yes.
And you like her.
Okay.
Okay. The question is, how much?
How much I like her?
Yeah.
Well, probably about that much
Nick,
or so.
come on. I'm serious. Look, I have seen the effect my mother has on men, believe me. But there's only one man who's had the same effect on her.
Forrester.
Forrester. Yes, they've waited a long time to be together.
Well, it doesn't look like your mother's in a big hurry.
Nick, okay, this isn't just about my mom. There are kids involved here.
I thought you were worried about me.
I am. Nick, you're great. You're fantastic. I can see why my mother's attracted to you. But listen, what she has with Ridge.
Bridget, I want to thank you for the warning, but I'm going to get back to my poker game now. Just remember, I've navigated just about every ocean on the planet. I don't think I'm having any trouble steering around Forrester. Hey, boys. All right. Deal them up.
Mother giving you a hard time?
No, it's not her. It's Deacon.
Deacon?
And Macy.
What do you mean, Deacon and Macy?
They're working together.
I don't understand.
I went over to Deacon's house, and I wanted to check on little Eric, and guess who was there? Macy.
How do they even know each other?
Well, apparently they met at an AA meeting. I think this has been going on for some time.
Thorne and Macy haven't even been separated that long.
I know. But think about it. Deacon first came over to my house to see Hope right after Macy had her hysterectomy.
You don't think there's a connection, do you?
I know it's a stretch, but put yourself in Macy's shoes. She can't have children. She lost her husband. She met Deacon. I won't let Deacon see Hope. So now what's going to happen?
Okay, so they're angry. So what?
Rich, they've already taken little Eric. What's going to stop them from taking Hope?
What do you mean they took little Eric?
Deacon came over to the house with a lawyer, and they took little Eric for the night.
Oh, God. Oh, Logan, I'm sorry. Sorry, I had no idea it had gotten to this point.
No, I know. Nobody knows. Nobody even knew that Macy was involved. But it makes sense, right? I mean, there's Deacon with his sudden interest in his children, a new house, a new high-powered lawyer. And you know what? It's not going to stop there, because Macy thinks that I ruined her life. So what's going to stop her from convincing Deacon that I ruined his?
But you didn't do that, Logan.
I know I didn't. But my mistakes could cost Rick his son, and me my daughter.
No. No, if Macy and Deacon want to pursue getting the kids, that's their choice. But I promise you, they're gonna regret it.
Excuse me. I'm looking for a gentleman by the name of Dominic Payne. Do you know him? Would he be here?
He's right there. Hey, Mr. Popularity.
Nick Payne?
That's me.
Well, hello, Mr. Payne. I'm Stephanie Forrester.
Wait, any relation to Nick's boss?
He's not my boss.
If you're referring to Ridge Forrester, I happen to be his mother.
Hello, Mrs. Forrester. What exactly can I do for you?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Excuse me, man. We don't get a lot of female visitors in here.
Until today, Nick's had a parade of them.
Looks not the blonde he's been looking for.
Shut up, Corky.
Hello, Corky.
Ma'am, Corky Malone at your service.
Thank you.
I'm Joey.
Hello, Joey.
Mrs. Forrester, why don't you join me up in my office where we can talk?
I'd be delighted. Nice meeting both of you.
You too.
Well, Mrs. Forrester, I can only guess that you're here to warn me to stay away from Brooke. And if that's the case, you might as well just save your breath.
Actually, I'm here to offer advice and encouragement.
So, you're here to offer me encouragement and advice about Brooke.
Well, she and I have a long history.
I've heard.
Unfortunately, Brooke sees me as the enemy. I hope you won't see me the same way.
Oh, I just love a woman who doesn't make waves.
I was at my son's house and Brooke had just arrived, looking for him.
Hmm. Is this where you try to make me jealous?
Can I do that? Do you care that much?
That seems to be the Forrester question of the day.
Well, I only ask because I hope you do.
Why is that?
Because I think you are exactly the kind of fellow that she needs.
You don't know anything about me.
You and Brooke are friends. I'm hoping that you're much more.
And you'd like that?
Yes, of course I would. Because if you're really serious about Brooke, you need to know exactly what you're up against.
Oh, right. Her destiny with Ridge.
Obsession is a better word. I don't think Brooke is ever really going to be happy until she's far away from my son and my family.
Oh, come on, Mrs. Forrester. Let's tell it like it is, huh? You don't really care about Brooke's happiness and mine. You're pretty much here for yourself, aren't you?
Well, does that matter? As long as our interests coincide.
But they don't.
I don't agree. I think they do. And I think you're going to need my help.
Thanks. Don't want it.
She's with my son right now. And if you don't think that's a problem, you'd better think again.
You scared?
Macy and Deacon could go after the kids.
They won't get anywhere.
But he's their father.
He's an alcoholic loser is what he is.
And Macy's been trying to help him get back on track.
Why?
Part of her vendetta, getting back at me.
Look, no judge in the world is going to let children get sucked into something like that.
So you think that's what's happening? They're going to try to sue for custody?
They'd be making a huge mistake if they did. They can't win. Not with Deacon's history and Macy's bitterness. It's impossible. Come here.
I couldn't believe it either.
Everything's gonna be all right, Logan.
You know, seeing Macy really caught me off guard.
Look, nobody in their right mind would try to take hope away from you.
But what about little Eric? If anything happens to him...
We won't let it.
You know, my mother told me I shouldn't bother you with this.
Listen to me. What concerns you concerns me, okay?
If things were different between us, Ridge, but the way they are now...
Listen. My commitment to you is as strong as it's always been. To our life, to our family. And nobody's gonna threaten that, do you hear me? You can count on me.
Don't underestimate the connection between Brooke and my son. It's an addiction for both of them.
I'm here for you, Logan. I'm right here.
You need to do something now before it's too late.
Miss Forrester, one thing I don't do is panic.
Don't be so cavalier, Mr. Payne. You have no idea what you're up against.